Hey, my fellow anglers and fishing fanatics, welcome back to the channel. Today, friends, we're diving deep into the fishing forecast for a very specific, and I'd say intriguing day, November 14th, 2025. We're talking about conditions across Canada, particularly focusing on what to expect in areas like the Great Lakes region. This day holds some real potential for those who know where to look, but also some challenges. So stick with me because I'm going to share some insider tips to make sure you're not just casting, but catching. This mid-November day, my friends, is going to be a classic late autumn transition. The fish are getting ready for winter, which means they're on the hunt, but they can be a bit particular. It's that sweet spot where you can land some real trophies if you understand their mood and movements. We'll be looking at conditions that might surprise you. So let's get into it and make this day memorable. Dashitakan forecast by species and tactics. First up, let's talk about the mate northern pike. The toothy critters. November, in my experience, is prime time for big pike. They are often at their fattest and most aggressive all season. You'll want to target them lurking in shallower, weedy bays, especially those with immediate access to deeper water nearby. They'll also be ambushing prey around rocky points and submerged timber. Why there? Because the cooler water still holds some active baitfish, and these structures offer perfect hiding spots. For tackle, big baits are the name of the game, friends. Think large spinnerbaits, jerkbaits, or even substantial swim baits worked with a slower retrieve. These will entice those trophy-sized fish. Pike are known to be active in slightly stained water, so don't shy away from areas with a bit less clarity. Next, for those chasing a true freshwater challenge, let's talk walleye. The cooling waters mean walleye are going to be moving. You'll want to target deeper breaks and drop-offs, especially areas with submerged structure or transition lines where soft bottom meets hard bottom. They're there because the cooling water temperatures are pushing baitfish to these deeper, more stable environments, and the walleye are following them. For tackle, a slow, methodical retrieve with a jig or a deep-diving crankbait will be your secret weapon. Don't be afraid to try scented, soft plastics to make your lure irresistible. Remember, walleye see better in low light, so the early morning and late afternoon will be prime times for these elusive fish. And for the true cold water warriors, the lake trout will be in their element. The colder water is right up their alley. They'll be cruising deeper basins, often near underwater humps or sharp breaks, seeking out schools of baitfish. Depths of 30 to 60 feet or even deeper in larger lakes will be your sweet spot, as the stable, cold water provides ideal conditions and baitfish refuge. Downrigging with spoons or large stick baits can be highly productive. Focus on areas where you mark baitfish on your sonar. The lakers won't be far behind. Analysis of conditions. Let's break down the general conditions for November 14th, 2025. The weather, based on forecasts for a major Canadian city like Toronto, will be typically autumnal, leaning into winter. Expect a high around 4 degrees Celsius or 39 degrees Fahrenheit during the day, dropping to about 0 degrees Celsius or 32 degrees Fahrenheit overnight. We're looking at cloudy skies with about a 30% chance of showers during the day, becoming partly cloudy at night with a 10% chance of snow. Wind will likely be moderate, possibly from the northwest, making it feel cooler on exposed waters. This mixed precipitation and fluctuating temperatures often mean unstable atmospheric pressure, which, as my experience tells me, can make fish a bit capricious. Regarding water temperature, we're seeing a general cooling trend across Canadian waters in November. While specific lake temperatures will vary, expect surface waters to be in the single digits, likely between 5 and 10 degrees Celsius or 41 to 50 degrees Fahrenheit. This cooling pushes baitfish deeper, which in turn brings the predatory fish with them. So understanding depth is key right now. For our celestial influence, the moon phase on November 14th, 2025 is a waning crescent. It will have an illumination of around 26 to 31% and is decreasing daily. It's about 5 days before the new moon. Popular fishing lore often suggests that periods leading up to a new moon can be variable. The low moonlight might mean less nocturnal feeding, potentially making daytime activity better, as fish might be hungrier during daylight hours. However, some believe the bite can be a bit slower with less overall lunar pull. It's a mixed bag, so don't let it discourage you. Just be prepared to adjust your tactics. Overall, the general activity of fish in Canada for mid-November sees them transitioning into their late autumn patterns. Many species have already had their fall feeding frenzy, but they are still actively feeding to build up fat reserves for the coming winter. They'll be seeking out slightly warmer pockets of water or thermal breaks, but mostly concentrating on deeper, stable environments where baitfish are abundant. So, my clear assessment for the bite on November 14th, 2025, is capricious to good beats. The cooling water and potentially unstable pressure might make fish a bit finicky, but aggressive species like pike and the ever-hungry walleye and lake trout will still be feeding actively, just in deeper, more predictable locations. This is a day where skill, patience, and adapting to conditions will really pay off. Said conclusion. So, there you have it, my friends, your comprehensive forecast for November 14th, 2025. I wish you all tight lines and a truly unforgettable day on the water. May your reels scream and your nets be full. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, give this video a big thumbs up if you found it helpful, and ring that notification bell so you never miss a forecast. And tell me in the comments below, what are your go-to lures for cold water pike? What's your secret for finding those deep water walleye? Share your wisdom, and let's keep this awesome fishing community growing. Until next time, friends, tight lines and good fishing.